Top of the morning to you. Good morning. And we say welcome to today's edition of the Breakdown Newspaper Review on 32 FM 94.9. We take headlines at this time of the day every morning. We analyze the major stories and, of course, we get your contributions on any of the stories that tickles your fancy. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning. Today is the 28th day in the month of October 2021. My name is Bemisola Shoyemi.
I am Chike Ubogu saying good morning to you, dear listener. It's the Breakdown Newspaper Review on this dial, 32 FM 94.9. Remember, you can watch us live on YouTube. The handle is at 32FM 949 Ibadan. We'll be reading out the newspaper headlines, and at some point we'll open the phone lines for you to contribute. Which one of these stories resonates with you? We won't be doing this alone. We'll have in the studios this morning, Dr. Olu Ojedokun with us. He'll be doing some analysis this morning as usual. Good morning once again.
All right, I'll start with headlines from Premium Times. Ex-senator remains in captivity more than 50 days after abduction. This is an exclusive report credited to Premium Times. Nigeria immigration removes passport officers after controllers undercover inspection. On 2022 budget, though far from UNESCO benchmark, Buhari inches towards fulfilling education funding pledge. How Nigerians were misled about Dino Melaye's best graduating student claim. Sudan coup, soldiers reportedly kill 7 as protests continue. British University hands over stolen Benin Bros cockerel to Nigeria. On e-Naira, CBN warns Nigerians of fraud, denies disbursing 50 billion. We're ready for Anambra governorship poll, INEC. How tobacco industry interferes in Nigerian other African countries' policies. That's a report there. Governor Yaya urges army to remain resolute in dealing with emerging security threats. Tribunal strikes out multi-choices appeal against $342 million tax backlog. And also AFDB, U.S. experts back Oshibajo on gas projects defunding. Nigerian Press Council makes fresh bid to regulate media. And those are headlines from Premium Times.
All right, from the Punch newspaper this morning, bold headline, front page, PDP moves to save convention, pressures secondus over suit. And with these riders, we've received no response to our suit, says Oyetibo. Ruling holds today. Don't make our party ungovernable. BOT chair appeals to secondus. We also have this one. After 48 hours, e-Naira app removed from Google Store and amid criticism. After 48 hours, e-Naira app removed from Google Store amid criticism. We have this one. Petrol subsidy may climb to 3 trillion naira in 1 year. This coming from the NNPC. $418 million deductions suspended as federal government states meet for FAAC today. NNPC will construct 21 federal roads with 621.2 billion naira in 3 years from Fashola. Protests over bad Lagos Abeokuta road. Unfortunate, political. This is from the governor Abiodun there. We have this one. Hassan Odukale outguns Otedola, buys First Bank Nigeria Holdings single largest stake. Hassan Odukale outguns Otedola, buys FBNH's single largest stake. Air Force officials on BRT lane kills Lagos artist, offer family 200,000 naira. Fayemi away to Port Harcourt during Southwest Governor's visit to Tinubu, says Akedolu. We also have this one here, still from the Punch newspaper. Man, 38, charged with misconduct for sending seductive message to Ogun housewife. Again, abductors kidnap 8 residents preparing for burial. Demand 50 million naira in Ekiti local government. Again, abductors kidnap 8 residents preparing for burial. Demand 50 million naira in Ekiti local government. Afe Babalola hails Abuad as varsity performs first kidney transplant. These are some of the headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Lawan leads National Assembly, others to prayer breakfast in Abuja. That's from Guardian. Others from Guardian newspaper as well. Google partners UNESCO to boost digital journalism in Africa. Ahead to G20 summit, ILO, others demand COVID-19 vaccine justice. Lagos launches mass vaccination campaign against COVID-19. Federal government to review licenses of discos, gencos over poor performance. Obaseki urges conservation of audiovisual heritage. Senate panel rejects Buhari's $700 million loan request for water project. Gas crucial to Nigeria's energy security. Gas crucial to Nigeria's energy security, NNPC insists. Akeredolu explains why Fayemi was absent during visit to Tinubu. Responders rescue middle-aged man from attempted suicide in Lagos. Also, assent to North exit request for Southeast. Ohaneze tells federal government. Assent to North exit request for Southeast. Ohaneze tells federal government. Okay, reps includes NHIS in constituency projects of members. Abuja, how assailant killed ex-police officer over parking space. Abducted corps members, other Benue Links passengers regain freedom in Zamfara. Gunmen abduct 8 people in Ekiti, demand 50 million naira ransom. Abia approves 150 million naira aid for relocated traders. Iriwa alleges federal government undermining human rights and rule of law. Residents express worries over alleged police invasion. And also, Abule Egba BRT disrupted by lack of diesel. Commuters stranded. Kogi community deserted as gunmen kill 6, burn houses. Amowo Odofin landlords, residents set to honor 50 youths. Okay. House committee assures Navy of improved allocation. And this last one from the Guardian newspaper. CBN warns Nigerians against fraudsters, fake e-naira social media handles.
All right, from the Nation newspaper this morning, bold headline: Governors lobby senators, reps against direct primaries. With riders, we have gone far with Electoral Act amendment, says Senate spokesman. We also have here UK Varsity, Paris Museum, return looted artifacts to Nigeria. UK Varsity, Paris Museum, return looted artifacts to Nigeria. Doctors kick against coup in Sudan. Hours after launch, e-naira app down on Google Play Store. IPOB threats. Ohaneze calls for urgent political solution. Federal government targets 7,000 megawatts with TCN disco upgrade. Abuad performs first kidney transplant. FBN Holdings affirms Hassan Odukale as single largest shareholder. With this here, Tunde Hassan Odukale 5.36% and Femi Otedola 5.07%. Anambra 2021. Why I want to be governor, says Soludo. You can read that from on page 27 of the Nation newspaper. INEC free to transmit poll results electronically. ADC candidate unveils Umana model. ADC candidate unveils Umana model. These are some of the headlines from the Nation newspaper this morning. We'll be going on a short break soon, and we'll be getting on Dr. Olu Ojedokun to do justice to some of these headlines this morning.
Let's get to Ghana. Right, this is Ghana. You've come here to seek for greener pastures. Make it your worthwhile. Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins.
Unwrap all the baggage in the new Showmax original comedy series starring Basket Mouth, Akanani, Jocelyn Dumas, and more. Watch Ghana Jollof weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira monthly. Sign up now at showmax.com.
For those wondering if the new Schweppes Zobo tastes as good as they say it does, experience tells us. Try it. Find out for yourself. Introducing new Schweppes Zobo, made with over 200 years of experience.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Set to fresh. I feel the freshness. I got the confidence. With the liquid filled chewing gum, not Santa Fresh. I'm feeling good. I feel so yes, I feel so fresh. I feel so fresh. I got confidence. Santa Fresh. The correct chewing gum, not Santa Fresh. No darling with Santa Fresh.
Santa Fresh chewing gum. Trust the freshness.
An exciting day at school begins with breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
Some people go just promise you berekete, but they go only fit give you bear. Some no go fit do pass bere. If they too try safe, some fit struggle give you bereke. But you see glow, they no go just give you berekete. They go even give you berekete plus join safe.
Yes, so when new and existing Glow users enter Glow Bracket Plus Plus, they will begin enjoy 100 Naira MB bonus data on top every first recharge of the month, another 60 MB bonus on top every other recharge of the month, and another 400% call time bonus. And if you be new Glow subscriber encore, now 1,000 Naira bonus credits, then go first take knock you welcome on top all the recharge them. This one pass all four. This one now Bracket Plus Plus. Just dial *777# or activate new Glow SIM. Make yourself fit get joy on top the unlimited value waiting for Glow Berekete Plus Plus. Glow, joy unlimited.
ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọbìnrin yẹn ń lo nǹkan kan. ṣó o tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. abz làṣírí ibẹ̀ ọṣẹ ìfọyín close up kún fún antibacterial zinc abz bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń fúnni ní ààbò tó péye ìlọ́po mẹ́ta àti pé a tún fún eyín ẹ̀ ní ìtura ìlọ́po mẹ́ta ó yàtọ̀ sọ́ṣẹ ìfọyín ṣá.
gbogbo èèyàn ló máa gbélé yìí o.
láìdé. ọṣẹ ìfọyín close up ti tún kún fún antibacterial zinc pẹ̀lú ààbò ìlọ́po mẹ́ta àti ìtura tó péye ìlọ́po mẹ́ta.
Good things come in pairs like salt and pepper, bread and beans, sport and entertainment.
Say what?
That's right. Showmax Pro is bringing you the best of both worlds.
Everybody strap in. We're about to open some windows.
Now you can watch live sport from Super Sport.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
As well as movies, originals, award-winning international and local shows, plus kids shows when you sign up at showmax.com.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. We'll go straight to the stories now, and we'll look at this from the Vanguard newspaper. Or your jailbreak, you have no power to install CCTV in prison. Aregbesola to Makinde. The Minister of Interior, Gbeni Rauf Aregbesola, on Wednesday advised Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State to jettison the idea of installing security cameras in Abolongo prison, just as the governor disclosed the aftermath the attack on the custodial center. Aregbesola's reaction came on the heels of the visit of the governor to the custodial center to assess its level of damage following the attack of gunmen on the prison located in Oyo town that led to the escape of not less than 500 inmates. Headline there, Oyo jailbreak, you have no power to install CCTV in prison. Aregbesola to Makinde, doctor, should this be coming at this time? And all of a sudden, Rauf Aregbesola, the Honorable Minister, is waking up.
Well, many would say that's the story, Nigerian story. That's the Nigerian narrative, where we major on the minor rather than deal with the substance. I mean, what does it matter at the end of the day? It's also the fact that our federation or our federalism doesn't work. The government is expected to be the chief security officer of the state, is taking substantive measures to ensure that the jailbreak doesn't occur again, and that security is monitored. I would have thought that this was complementary to the federal government efforts, and yet the Minister of somebody said interior decoration. Interior, not interior decoration. You understand? Comes out and says that he doesn't have the power. I would have expected that would have sat down with the governor, worked out some modus operandi, and let's get some security for the people of Oyo State. So it's very disappointing, and it's a hallmark, some will say, of governance.
Some will say, okay, the governor is coming out to say, okay, I want to help. Let us make sure we secure this place. And now you come in politically. These things come up. Some people want to repair some government roads and they tell you, no, it's not your jurisdiction. But somebody's trying to help.
Yes, I think the ministers ought to be able to distance themselves or to distinguish between political moves and between governance. And it doesn't seem like Aregbesola is governing or is participating in governing. It seems as if he's more interested in political moves. And that will not do anybody any good. It wouldn't do the people of Oyo State any good. And certainly, I'm not even sure it would do Aregbesola himself any good.
What can we exactly call, or what are the exact functions of the Minister of Interior? Because over time, all we see the Minister of Interior do is come out to give to tell us that there is a public holiday in the next few days, and just like Chike said, suddenly he's waking up and we see him, visiting places like this. This is not the first jailbreak in the last 1 year, by the way, and now he came to Oyo State, and should we say he's meddling in the affairs of the state, or does he have the jurisdiction to do that? And what exactly are his functions?
Oh, it certainly does have jurisdiction, because the federal, well, we don't call them prisons anymore. We call them correctional facility. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, I know what the difference is, but in reality, it's different. So he has responsibility for that. Of course, public holidays, you said it's Minister of Public Holidays. But also, he has responsibility for customs, immigration, all those sort of things are within his purview. I think, obviously, he's closer to the Oyo State. That's why he's decided to visit, but it doesn't explain why he hasn't visited other jail sites of the jailbreak. So he has federal responsibilities, and of course we have a federation. So the Oyo State also has its own responsibilities, which is back-to-back governance of the jurisdiction or the territory of Oyo State, which includes security and the welfare of its citizens. So what you expect in a federation is that each side works in complementing each other. Sometimes there will be areas of friction, but you sit down at the table, you iron it out. But there shouldn't be a friction when it comes to CCTV. That's as simple as anything. If I decide to go to the prisons and I've been security vetted and I say I want to donate CCTV equipment, why should the government reject it if there are no security implications? I think this is just political moves by the governor. The governor, it's not the governor, sorry, but the minister. The minister is afraid, some will say, of his own shadow.
And it would have been a different case if the government is readily available to do these things, because you see them reject your proposal, and at the end of the day, they end up not doing anything.
Well, the government is broke anyway, and even if they wanted to do it, they probably would borrow to do it, which is not what we want at this point in time. Oyo State is wanting to put its own money on the table. I think it's an offer they should accept.
All right, Doctor, lastly, from a legal point of view, I want to ask, does the governor of a state have the powers over such issue? What does the Constitution say when it comes to that? Is it under the exclusive list or the concurrent list and all that? Does the governor have a power to go ahead and install something on a federal facility?
Well, the prisons for now, and I stand to be corrected, is exclusive, of course. It's under the purview of the federal government. It's the kind of bastardized federalism that we have, which really is unitary in all but name. And so, yes, the federal minister has jurisdiction, the governor has limited jurisdiction, because it's a federal facility, of course. But what you expect, even if legally it doesn't, morally, you understand, and by implication, he has some responsibility. He cannot leave the facility without it being secured, because the security of his people, the people of Oyo State, are at stake. So the governor has done the right thing, you understand. Should he have consulted with the federal minister? Well, maybe, you understand. But even if he didn't consult, I would have expected the federal minister to play it, you understand, astutely. And astutely would mean behind the scene, not on the pages of newspaper, to be able to resolve it. These are things that can be resolved in the government house and in the government secretariat, not on the pages of newspaper.
All right. Away from that, this is on Premium Times, and it says Nigerian Press Council makes fresh bid to regulate media. The Nigerian Press Council (NPC) appears to be unrelenting in its quest to regulate the media in Nigeria, as the council has requested the House of Representatives to pass laws that will compel journalists and media houses to register with it. The executive secretary of the council, Francis Nwosu, while defending the budget of the council on Wednesday, said the NPC needs the money from the registrations to survive. In quote, I'll take that again. He said the NPC needs the money from the registrations to survive.
In other words, it's money grabbing. In other words, it's about financing the operations of the NPC rather than actual regulation in itself. But there are people in the press who say any form of regulation, you understand, should be resisted. I would say that regulating the print media or indeed the media itself is not the way forward, because that's not where the problem is. The problem of fake news, the problem of people being purveyors of things which are patently false does not come really from the print media. It comes from the internet. It comes from the social media.
But that's still a part of the media.
Well, it's a part of the media, but because they're not trained journalists, many of those people, you understand, there's a difficulty in how you actually put them into regulation. But the way I see it, if regulation is going to be a back door towards censorship, then of course I'm opposed to it. But if a regulation is going to be a front door towards having a better media, a media that is more accountable, a media that holds the government to account, that's more transparent, then why not? You understand? But we must establish what the objective is. It seems the objective in this instance seems to be money making.
Okay, and of course, in a new fresh plot to awaken the bills, and this time around we're talking about some bills that had been rejected before by, of course, Nigerians, the social media bills and all. It also said the press council bill. There's a press council bill too. It's not just about regulating media houses, but a means to generate money from the council. Keeps reiterating that same reason.
Yes, I think that dual reasons. Of course, the regulation is there. And I think there's a concern from the government circles that some of the press, you understand, become unwieldy, become uncouth, and basically uncontrollable, and that the agenda that the press continues to replicate all over the place does not suit their own interest. But that's not the job of the media. The job of the media, obviously, is to constructively engage and expose the hypocrisy of governance and to ensure that there's better governance. And so press should make the government uncomfortable.
Like a watchdog.
Of course, like a watchdog. Precisely the word that I've been trying to find.
Okay, and of course they're saying that they should register with the council and have a license to operate. There's already a license to operate.
Well,
so does that mean dual licenses?
Well, that's the story of Nigeria. You understand? You want to regulate it to death. They're already registered with the CAC. They also have other forms of registration. So I really don't know what they're seeking. Do they want to make it more difficult for there to be media ownership, or they're trying to restrict media ownership? Those are some of the questions you would ask. I would hope that the House of Reps will interrogate this fully and see it for what it is.
Yeah, let's talk about the e-Naira.
Yeah, there's this headline from the Punch newspaper. After 48 hours, e-Naira app removed from Google Store amid criticism. And it says here, the Central Bank of Nigeria says it will not bear any liability for any interruption, loss of revenue, or loss of services arising from the use of the e-Naira website. This is just as the e-Naira Speed Wallet disappeared from the Google Play Store on Wednesday after over 100,000 users had downloaded it. The development came about 48 hours after the e-Naira app was launched by the President Muhammad Buhari at the State House in Abuja. The headline here says, after 48 hours, e-Naira app removed from Google Store amid criticism. Were we ready for this?
Well, some suits say, as we say, was predictable. There's nowhere in the world where central bank, that's not their function. Central bank's function is the monetary policy of government to ensure that inflation is within regular limits, approved limits, and to ensure you understand that there's some stability. It is not their job to be going after cryptocurrency, you understand, and they're not even regulating it now.
But they'll tell you that the e-Naira is not a cryptocurrency.
It is in all but name. I mean, what's the difference between a cryptocurrency and what they're doing, the e-Naira? It is. And I think what they did was that they banned cryptocurrency because they couldn't control it, and they felt they could open their own, you understand, because obviously everybody knows that cryptocurrency has been contributing to the GDP of Nigeria. And I think they've got it wrong. Now they can't even take liability, they can't take responsibility, you understand. So if you have the wallet, you understand, and there's fraud on a monumental scale, because the Yahoo boys, or whatever they call them, you understand, it's going to be when we looked at Hush Puppy and so on and so forth, he didn't keep his money or the loot in naira. He actually kept it in some form of cryptocurrency of some sort. And so people are saying that the Yahoo boys are going to take advantage of this, you understand? And the government is saying they would not bear any responsibility. So the way I see it, you understand, is unfortunately, is following the predictions of some of us. That is not going to be successful at all. There's a reason why United States and United Kingdom have not gone into cryptocurrency and have left it, you understand, for others to do. And I don't think Nigeria has learned that lesson. I think Emefiele is out of his depth.
Assuming this was supposed to stay, what were the security measures you felt, okay, the federal government would have put in place to make sure that these things work and it should be devoid of fraud?
First and foremost, I don't know enough to say that. But what I would also say is that the federal government does not know enough about cryptocurrency or whatever we call it, you understand, to be able to set it up and to be able to run. They don't know enough. They don't understand the technology. They don't understand how it works. They're not engaging with the youths because they are the youths who are the ones who are technological savvy, and from that point of view. And so any regulation that comes from that central bank is going to be deficient from that point of view. But I must confess, you understand, that I'm unable to offer any solution other than to say that the federal government should not be, through the central bank, involved in cryptocurrency by any description whatsoever.
This insistence about whether e-naira is a cryptocurrency or not, maybe we should define cryptocurrency. It's a type of digital currency that generally only exists electronically, and that is exactly what the e-naira is. So why the argument?
Well, because they banned cryptocurrency, they demonized cryptocurrency.
Okay, so it doesn't look like we banned it and then we are bringing it back in another form.
Precisely. So it's all form, no substance.
All right, let's talk about something else. I have this one in, okay. All right, let me see. I have a story here from the Guardian newspaper, and it says Lagos launches mass vaccination campaign against COVID-19. I think for now, people are not exactly particular about what is happening with COVID-19, and we still record daily what's it called now? Daily cases of COVID-19. Now, I think at some point we were asking why people are insisting or hesitating to take the vaccine, and how well some want to take. There are a lot of theories out there about whether the vaccine is good or not and all that. Now, Lagos State government is trying to launch a statewide mass vaccination campaign. A yes or a no?
Well, first and foremost, I would say the problem why there's been hesitancy and skepticism with the vaccine take-up is that, I'm sorry to say, some religious leaders, you understand, have misread their scripture, you understand, espoused their scripture in ways which are not consistent with, common sense from that point of view. Some of them have linked it to the end of the world. I mean, eschatology or whatever the word is called. And so people are hesitant, And then there are a lot of people that don't even believe that, what's it called, COVID-19 exists. They believe it's just another form of, what do you call it, malaria or typhoid, from that point of view. But I feel that the hesitancy, you understand, is affecting the economy to a certain extent. I would support the Lagos State government. Let people take this vaccine, just as people used to take yellow fever in those days. People used to take polio, even though it was for the children. Let's have vaccine. Take it, you understand, and let's be safer. And apart from that, if you want to travel abroad and so on and so forth, and you have taken the vaccine, it makes your life easier, from that point of view. So I think it's a welcome development by the state government. My only hope is that it's not monetized.
Well, there's this warning from the same Lagos State government, and that's coming from the governor. He said, we may have fourth wave of COVID-19. The Lagos State governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on Wednesday said that there was possibility of a fourth wave of COVID-19 as the borders to the state will be open to all in December. And the governor said this during the inauguration of Lagos State mass vaccination on the island. He said there is this potential for the fourth wave of COVID-19 as the borders will be open to all people coming into Lagos in December. Now, that's the fear is the Lagos borders will be open in December. Every Tom, Dick and Harry comes into Lagos.
Just
and then
like people would go to other states.
Now, you ask a question. What measures are you doing to quarantine people, to make sure you test people and all that? It's not enough raising an alarm or giving this warning. What measures are going to be put in place? That's the question.
Well, first and foremost, I'll say the borders are always open anyway, so I don't know why. Maybe it's talking about increased movement of traffic. The second thing is that, for instance, when I came back from the United Kingdom, I came with a number of free test kits, the lateral flow. which is cheap, which is available, and which I think the government should have invested in. And these kits, you understand, basically within 5 minutes you can test whether somebody has COVID-19 or not. And I did a number of tests, with people that work very closely with me. So you can establish that. And I think that's the way the government can go. Invest in this lateral flow, you understand. In fact, in some countries now, lateral flow is replacing the PCR because PCR is more expensive, more complex. And the lateral flow tells you whether somebody or not has it. You can use it on a daily basis. It's cheap to
How
to
effective
administer.
is it?
Well, it's about 78%. It's not 90%. But really, I mean, it gives a level of assurance from that point of view. It's better than nothing. And I think that's something the state government should be considering, so that we know, whether people have it. The advantage of it is that if people do, you understand, you can readily send them for treatment. You can isolate them very, very quickly. And then those of you that don't have it, you can work without, maybe you still social distance, but at least there's some level of confidence.
All right, let's talk about, let's travel to Anambra State. INEC is saying that they are ready for the governorship poll. Chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission Mahmood Yakubu has said the commission is ready for the November 6 governorship election in Anambra State. Looking at everything happening within the state, Doctor, if you are from Anambra and in Anambra at that point, would you be confident enough to go out to cast your vote?
Yeah. Well, that's an hypothetical because I'm not. But the other story we're getting from Anambra State is that if you're a man of the clock, a man of the uniform, belong to the security forces, then your life is unsafe. And I only hope that is an exaggeration. I hope people are just hyping the story because I wouldn't expect that any Nigerian police officer or anybody of the security forces will be attacked, for whatever reason. But that's what people say is happening. And if they are being attacked, then who's going to secure the ballot boxes? Who's going to risk his life? I believe some people will vote. I believe there's going to be security. And I believe the elections will go ahead. That's not my problem. My problem is the legitimacy of those elections.
Well, the Ohaneze Ndibo, that's the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, on Wednesday appealed to the indigenous people of Biafra to reconsider the 7-day sit-at-home order in the southeast from November 5th to November 11th. The group said the appeal became necessary to enable the governorship election for Anambra State scheduled for November 6 to hold. It added that the disruption of Anambra election will be a major setback for the Igbos. Ohaneze said this in a statement on Wednesday by his National Publicity Secretary, Chief Alex Obonia, titled, Ohaneze pleads with IPOB for Anambra election. The statement reads partly, Ohaneze Ndibo worldwide pleads with the indigenous people of Biafra to reconsider the 7-day sit-at-home order in the southeast of Nigeria from November 5th to November 11th. This is to enable the governorship election for Anambra State scheduled for November 6th to hold. Well, the headline there is there from the Punch newspaper, disrupting Anambra election poses serious consequences, Ohaneze tells IPOB. Has it gotten to the point where non-state actors will be begged before Nigerians perform their constitutional rights?
But that's the significance, isn't it? The significance is that IPOB rules the roost. That's the significance. If Ohaneze, that is the socio-political cultural group of the Igbos that speaks for the Igbo people, is reduced to the extent that they have to plead with IPOB, then the power within that area is IPOB, of course. And what does it tell you? The reality there, whether you like IPOB or not, whether you are disgusted with them, whether you're appalled by their activities, they are a force in that part of the world. And if the federal government was interested in peace, if they were interested in resolution of the crisis there, they should be sitting down with IPOB and their representatives and finding a way, a peaceful solution forward. The South African government then sat with ANC. They sat with SWAPO, even SWAPO in Southwest Africa, Namibia as it is now called. They sat with Azania's People Congress. So if people all over the world, the British government sat with the IRA, you understand? And so if all over the world people have negotiated with so-called terrorists, you understand, and so-called non-state actors in order to advance the interests of the people, to secure peace, and to ensure that life and property, you understand, are maintained, then I don't see why this federal government, you understand, governments located in Abuja would not even consider this. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about anybody's ego. It's not about whether you've attacked people personally. It's about securing the life of the man on the street and the man at home in the southeast of Nigeria.
They've been coming up with threats in the past, and it's been working for them. I mean, the IPOB. Now elections are on the 6th of November, and now 5 days or 7 days from the 5th to the 11th, they're telling people to sit at home. What's the implication to INEC?
Well, the implication to INEC is that their staff and their officials are going to be under threat, and they will need maximum security to ensure that. Do we have the amount of security forces to do that? I believe that we have, but it's going to take a lot in terms of resources. But I think we should be more concerned as to the implications for the Anambra economy. I think the Anambra economy will collapse. I think poverty is going to be exponentially increased. So I don't think IPOB has thought it through at all. I think IPOB's strategy is self-defeating. But I think IPOB has resolved that it might be self-defeating to them, but they're going to take everybody in its wake. And I think it's a suicidal mission on the part of IPOB. Those elections, take my word for it, they will hold, but at great cost.
The elections will hold, but at great cost. Those are the words of Dr. Olu Ojedokun this morning. Okay, we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll open the phone lines and look at one or two stories. Don't go away. Stay tuned.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life.
Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Hello. We believe you're enjoying Titan Farms products like Titan Rice, Yam Flour, Rice Flour, Titan Oil, and others. Oh yes, with Titan Farms, there's always something more. Give your child the best gift by buying any of our lots at Titan Farms Estate, Upperland City, Monia, Edianyure, Regal Gardens, Soka, Cherry Court, Ilaji, and enjoy freebies like 500 blocks, 20 bags of cement, free survey, deed of assignment. That's not all. Here's the big deal. For every land you buy in your child's name at Titan Farms Estate, you can get a loan to sort your child's school fees if need be at no interest for up to 3 months. Yes, you heard me. No interest for 3 months. To enjoy this limited offer, quickly call 0906 007 9714 or visit Titan House opposite Motor Dealer Park, New Garage Road, Ibadan, or check us out on www.titanfarms.org.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
Special season. Hey, some kind people for we country now, they face waiting, then they call sweet palava. What? Like a fossa, where they wonder whether if you park a new car for the left side or right side of a compound. Get no problem, come. Now whether to start in brand new generator with key or with remote. If itself, pray we don't they open and close a new fridge every 5 minutes. My people, waiting they cost some, eh? Now the Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza. Yeah, if you self want experience your own sweet palava, just dial *611 hash and recharge up to 500 naira every week to enter this Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza. Over 500,000 gifts will include plenty brand new cars, generators, TVs, fridges, and plenty other sweet prizes. Full grand remain. Start to recharge now. Make you fit win. Terms and conditions they shall.
Glow Joy Unlimited.
Babe, that girl dey use something. Which kind something be that? Check am now. See how she dey always dey smile. I know wetin she dey use. And she dey use am 2 times a day. Peruse me her secret. ABZ na the secret. Close Up get antibacterial zinc. ABZ wey go give you 3 times more protection, 3 times more freshness, plus your normal toothpaste.
Chai! Everybody must hear am.
Yes, so. New Close Up with antibacterial zinc. Triple the protection, triple the freshness.
Precious Cornerstone University, PCU, a faith-based institution located in the heart of the city of Ibadan, provides a student-friendly and enabling environment to fulfill your dreams. Precious Cornerstone University is a true pan-Nigerian university, currently with students from more than 22 states of the Federation. PCU is currently calling for admissions of new intakes, and with a minimum score of 120 in JAMB UTME with 5 O-level credits in English and mathematics alongside 3 other relevant subjects, you can enroll today in accounting, business administration, banking and finance, economics, computer science, microbiology, and more new courses are being approved. Mass communication, international relations, cyber security, software engineering, and procurement. Direct entry admission for all ND and HND holders is also ongoing, and students with lower mark than 120 can also register for JUPEB. Enroll online today at www.pcu.edu.ng and follow the procedure. Or you can visit the Precious Cornerstone University Campus 1 at Olaogun Odife Road, Ibadan, or call now 080-600-51554 or 081-3181-1946.
Me and you, let's get to Ghana. Right, Jalo. This is Ghana. You've come here to seek for greener pastures, making your worthwhile. Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins.
Unwrap all the baggage in the new Showmax original comedy series, starring Basket Mouth, Akanani, Jocelyn Dumas, and more. Watch Ghana Jollof weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 naira monthly. Sign up now at showmax.com.
Welcome back. All right, quickly let's take a look at this story before we take your calls and read the messages we have. Senate panel rejects Buhari's $700 million loan request for water projects. The Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt has turned down President Buhari's loan request for sustainable urban and rural water supply, sanitation and hygiene, called SAWASH, under the Ministry of Water Resources. This came 24 hours after the Ministry of Health appeared before the panel to seek approval for $200 million for procurement of mosquito nets and malaria medicines. The lawmakers who took turns to fault the request asked the ministry to furnish the panel with loans collected so far and projects they were tied to. Is this, should we say, an improvement, or is just one out of many? In terms of scrutinizing loans before?
It must be an improvement, but I also think that we're taking more loans. And of course, if you're taking more loans, there's going to be more scrutiny. So I think there are two elements to it. There's an improvement, we're taking more loans. But I think this is symptomatic of the government and its fiscal policy. I think they only have one fiscal policy. The minister, that's what's her name again? I can't remember her name.
Zainab.
Only has one objective in view. That is to borrow, and to borrow to smattering. I've used the word drunken sailor before. It's a balance that has been overused. And I think this is the right thing to do. You must scrutinize these loans. We cannot keep on borrowing, you understand, because somebody's going to pay it back. And when you borrow, especially for things which are not considered to be investments, you're in a deeper hole. So I think it's the right thing to scrutinize. But are they going to have the bottle? Are they going to have the temerity? Are they going to have the audacity when it comes to it to actually reject these loans? Or is it just a drama?
The committee chair said something quite interesting. That as Clifford Odia, he recalled that 3 different loans had been approved for various water projects.
May God help us. That's all I can say.
Well, the phone lines are open now on 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Doctor, quickly before the call starts coming in, it's not about, you look at it from this angle, not only about borrowing loans and all that, what the loan is meant for, what are projects?
Yes.
And then you ask yourself, these pipes, water pipes that were laid down by the water corporation, years and all that, are they not rusty?
Of course, decrepit, rusty,
And then
non-functioning.
what is the plan? What are the plans for borrowing these monies? What do you want to give Nigerians? What are what? Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Adeshu Yamola from UI.
All right, let's have your thoughts.
Let me start from this. Anybody that has a call member in the numbers now, this is the time to call your children to come back home. That's number one. Online, Mohammed, on the Arabic, see, sometimes I ask myself, what do we do by having this kind of leaders? Because where I work, they're taking us to Agodi, and the management were begging us that food stuff, close the material, we could give them. Why did they reject it? And we called yesterday on a program, the Cameron described Jonathan as being fantastically corrupt. Now, somebody is borrowing 200 billion for mosquito net. Even when I'm not getting anything from government, they say I'm owing a particular amount now. We said, this government, is that not corrupt? And some followers who are being fooled, they are calling us, they are challenging us that what's corrupt in this government. That's the best of today.
All right, thank you for calling. 070-55,949. Oyekunle Oyekanmi, your greetings are well acknowledged. And Omotolani Abiola Omo Bashorun, greetings too. He says, actually, Regbeshola is absolutely correct, but Governor Makinde is trying to do the needful as the number one citizen of the state. Honestly, nothing is wrong with that. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Shegun from Oyo.
Shegun from Oyo. Let's have your thoughts.
Doctor said government should negotiate with IPOD that have been killing people, that have been killing security people, burning everything. Government should go to the north, negotiate with bandits and Boko Haram. That's number one. Number two, about Aregbesola and Makinde, they are all political. Both of them are doing politics. If federal government said no to prison CCTV camera, Governor Makinde should use the money to go to Bere Mako. We have many interior places in Oyo State. Go and install the camera for the people of Oyo State. Don't use our money for federal government facilities. Use for us so that improve our security of Oyo State. Have a nice time.
All right, thank you for calling. 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Alhaji Assalam Kadi Musadi from Coca-Cola. Yeah, on the directives of the of Interior, Aregbesola, Jonathan to stop in his quest to install CCTV camera at Abolongo prison. I think we should collaborate together. The state and the federal government should collaborate together. The end result is to provide security of life and property for the people. And these are the two responsible, government to do it, or level of government to do it. When the government not do anything, people will say they are collecting security votes without doing nothing. Now, I think part of the security votes will be used to install the CCTV. So they should come together and collaborate to provide security for all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We have this on YouTube. Okay, Omotolani Omobashiro. Okay, celebrating the boss. That was yesterday anyway, but we still have a lot of wishes coming through for the CEO. Thank you very much for that. Puchu Eke says Nigeria, we low. Senate rejected the plan to borrow $700 million. I believe that the sharing percentage is not acceptable. That's another angle. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, Joseph from Ibadan.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think Governor Makinde has any business in installing CCTV. It's a federal government property. What you need to do is supposed to do that in the state. We have so many security problems in the state. He's less concerned about that. You're just playing politics. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Let's put IPOB and these terrorists, the talk of the ones we call bandits, on the table. Somebody had said something about that earlier. The doctor will get back to that after this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Dr. Blony and Kike. I am John.
All right.
Go ahead, John. We can hear you.
That prison center is in Oyo State. Tell me, Oyo State is in Nigeria. We are fooling ourselves. If federal government like, let them negotiate with IPOB. If they don't like, let them negotiate with bandits. Let's face it. With the result, we will see it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, John. Comparing IPOB and bandits or terrorists. The two of them, so the caller had said that if Doctor is saying we should negotiate with IPOB, non-state actors, then that means the federal government can go ahead to negotiate with its bandits as well.
Well, there are two ways to it. Yes, negotiation, but at the same time, you must maintain the stick. So, of course, if we are asking them to negotiate with IPOB, we're not asking them to ignore some of their atrocities. Yes, you still have to deal with their atrocities, but at least open a negotiating line. There's already a negotiating line that has been opened to the bandits and the terrorists and so on and so forth. So we're saying do the same thing that you've done with them. Do it with IPOB.
All right. 070555000 949 080 97000 949. Hello, good morning. All right. 080 97000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All
right, make it brief.
I want to speak on the issue of the federal government, Mr. Interior Minister. I think Mr. Interior Minister should be ashamed of himself. He has not done his own job, and another person came, wants to do the job for him. And frankly, I think what are these people taking us for? You don't do the right thing that you are supposed to do. You didn't do it. And somebody you want to do it, and you are happy because you want. Nigerian people don't care who does it. What we care about, we want this job to be done. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Kolawole. 0809 7949 and 0705 5949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Please, I'm sorry for that birthday message that I sent to you. No, honestly, Adegbesala is absolutely correct. But the government marketing is trying to do the needful. When the federal government refuses to do the needful, then government is supposed to do it. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's why we are complaining about this correct constitution that we are using. Good morning. Have a nice day.
Thank you. I'm Obasharo. 0809 7000 949 0705 5949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
This is Olufemi from Oyo.
All right.
I want to make comments on that Aregbesola to Makinde also. Now, let me just give this background information before then. By the time the issue of herdsmen kidnappers started, and federal government refused to respond or to do anything, the masses are saying from our hand there that definitely federal government must have known something about it. But you people from that side are saying the fact that they did not respond does not mean that they know anything about it. Until later, when Cornell came and said he was the chairman of a panel and gave certain name to federal government as financial. Later, Malami also said that the 400 Nigerian names that were given to them cannot be publicly released, confirming that they knew about it. Now, some on this now, we are saying all hands must be on deck. If federal government did not do anything about Abologo's attack, and state government wanted to do something, and is now saying he has no power to do that, meaning that they have not achieved what they have sent those people to achieve, and they are still sending those people back coming. In order that by the time the CCTV camera is installed, and the identity of those people were captured and they were arrested, they know definitely that their name will be mentioned. That is why they don't want him to install CCTV camera. May God help Nigeria.
No, I just feel that's a conspiracy theory too far. Yes, there's incompetence. Yes, in my view, Aregbesola was wrong. You understand, to have come out openly. They should have negotiated it behind the scene. No, but that's going too far. Yes, we know there are problems in this country, but let's not engage in endless speculations.
All right, we have to go. Thank you for being there on the Breaker Dawn newspaper review this morning on 32 FM 94.9, the station where joy resides. I am Chike Obogu, wishing you a very positive day. Good morning.
All right, we also say thank you to Dr. Luo Jedikun, who did the analysis this morning. My name is Bimi Sola Shoyemi. Coming up next is the Smart Kids Show. Good morning.